beat out to win the game, and he crushed that thing. Cahill figured, well, I'm going to get ahead starting with a first ball fastball. He throws a high sinker and bam, double. Well, they've been on their front row all night, hanging out. They've been ready to jump over there 3 or 4 times.
Well, here's Carlos Ruiz with Tyler Cloyd at second base. Carlos swinging away, takes a strike. It's 0-1.
What they're thinking right now is, okay, you say you bunt. Well, you bunt, you get a pitcher at second. Even though he just ran, he's probably sucking wind down there right now after almost 100 pitches and just ran out a double. Ruiz has an opposite field stroke a lot of times, so let him see if he can get him over.
Tyler's got a short lead off second. Opposite way. Carr is there. 1 out.
Good try.
Murph, where the heck have you been?
Well, I've been right here, guys, enjoying this baseball game. Hey, you know, we just creeped over the 6-hour mark in this baseball game, and I'm being told officially the longest game in Arizona Diamondbacks history.
Wow.
Over the 6-hour mark. So the Arizona Diamondbacks making history tonight here at Citizens Bank Park. Let's hope that Darren Ruff can make a little history right now.
All right, Murph, well, congratulations on being part of history.
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to be a small part.
Now she can go to sleep because the Diamondbacks have made history.
What a look that is.
Darren Ruff, the batter, with Cloyd at second. B.J. Rosenberg is warming in the bullpen for the Phils. Darren takes low. 1 ball, no strikes.
What we said about a wild pitch now. This Cahill, that stuff of his is nasty ghost, which is really good back there. And he has a lot of wild pitches this year. I think 12.
Ruff is 2 for 7 tonight, and he lines one to left field. Cloyd will have to go back. Well, they've hit 2 other balls. Well, they've hit 3 balls hard.
3 bullets in this inning. Unbelievable. Right at him.
And now Cody Ashley.
Both those balls are right at the outfielders.
They're going to walk Ashley to face Wells. Ashley's been intentionally walked twice tonight. Boy, you'd hate to waste the exhilaration of a pitcher who never hits, leading off the 16th inning with a double.
Second major league hit. First major league extra base hit. Had an 0 for going this year. But 3, what are you going to do? 3 bullets in this inning. Chucher's trying to get him over.
So Ashley is aboard, first and second for Casper Wells.
There's a guy they didn't want to use.
Well, the thought is, if they use him, he's just a bridge. Like, he's probably just 1 inning for somebody else.
Yeah.
Chance of Casper. The pitch to him. In the dirt, 1-0.
Still got a pitcher running at second, too.
Officially 6 hours, 5 minutes old.
So right now what you need is a little blooper. Took those glasses off he's been wearing all night. Did Wells.
Oh, yeah. One ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. he's played.
Yeah, we got in there tonight.
Wells waits for the 1-2. Way outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brandon McCarthy, one of the other starters for the Diamondbacks, is out in the bullpen. He was stretching earlier, so I guess he would be next up out of the pen for the D-backs. Two and 2. Inside 3-2. The runners will be off.
This helps. This really helps a little bit to get Tyler in motion. See how much it helps. People over here, they really want to be here.
It started as 34,637. The runners will be off. The 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball popped up. Shallow right field. Parra on the run. He'll get there. And we go to the 17th inning. No runs. One blistering double by Tyler Cloyd. And 2 men left. Still some smiles as we go to the 17th here in Philly.
Monster waves, once thought impossible to surf, until an ingenious idea changed everything. Tow-in surfing. Courageous thinking is the Mazda way. The Mazda 3 with Skyactiv technology delivers 40 highway MPG and uncompromised performance. This is the Mazda 3. What do you drive? Get the 2013 Mazda 3 with either $2,000 customer cash or 0% APR for 72 months.
Is she yours?
Yeah, my first. Congratulations. She's beautiful.
Oh, she's so sweet.
Thanks.
Your Applewood pulled pork with extra pickles, sir.
Oh, she is perfect.
New Subway Applewood pulled pork. Tender pork and rich barbecue sauce, bursting with sweet, smoky Applewood flavor. Get it before it's gone. Subway, eat fresh.
Wrap up the summer with a ShopRite back-to-school Phillies backpack. Sunday, August 25th at 1:35 against the Diamondbacks. Order now. Time to celebrate. Make plans now for upcoming Hatfield Phillies Franks Dollar Dog Nights. They're going fast, so order now at Phillies.com.
It's a 7-7 game, as if you didn't know, as we go to the top of the 17th inning here at Citizens Bank Park. And Cliff Lee has made his way out to the bullpen. And B.J. Rosenberg has made his way out to the mound. We are closing in on the longest game in Phillies history. It was back on July 2nd, 2004 against Baltimore. It was a 16-inning game.
I think if I stuck around here long enough, I'd see it.
Yeah, that game was in Baltimore.
Oh, I remember it.
Yeah.
They had fireworks planned that night.
They did, yep.
I remember doing that game with Harry. And it was really late when it ended. We had a 3-run home run.
Travis Lee. It was Travis Lee, wasn't it? I'm guessing. I'm going off memory.
I thought it was a right-handed hitter.
And that wasn't Travis Lee. Rosenberg in his 8th ball game. No wins, no losses. 4 scoreless innings since coming back to the big leagues. And it'll face Paul Goldschmidt, Martin Prado, and D.D. Gregorius. Yep, a lot of zeros, no crooked numbers. They were earlier. D.J. Rosenberg is the 43rd player used tonight. That ball's hit well. Out toward left center field. Darren Ruff is there, 1 away.
Just got that baby off the end of the bat.
Yep. The trajectory looked a little bit better than what actually wound up being.
It just didn't sound like a homer.
You're right.
But with Goldschmidt, who knows, as strong as he is.
So here's Prado. first pitch to Prado. Fastball in there for a strike. They held off as long as they could with B.J. Rosenberg, but they need a bridge to another starter if they do indeed have to use another starter. Because they just can't allow the starter to go out there. It's going to take a little time for Cliff Lee to stretch and get himself ready.
Right. Stretching out there right now.
Hey, what a job by Tyler Cloyd.
Unbelievable. He did a great
innings, scoreless innings.
And then he hits that double to lead off the inning where you think you may win the game because of that.
Out to center field. Bernardina has a beat on it. 2 outs. All right, just so you know, Wills.
Oh, that was at the vet.
Yeah. Yes. No, it was here.
Was it?
It was here.
2004 here.
Miguel Tejada won it.
All right.
Base hit.
And there was fire. Yeah,
we were in the wrong city. There were fireworks.
Yeah, there were fireworks. I remember that. But
we're in the wrong city.
I thought they were in Baltimore. I was getting out of here before the fireworks started.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to Gregorius. Swing and a foul tip. 1-1.
We had a really long extra inning game down in Baltimore one night. And the Phillies won that one, the one in Baltimore.
And Travis Lee's home run.
I don't think it was Lee.
Darn it.
Well,
1-1 pitch. Breaking ball. It's 1-2.
Memory could go.
2-1. Excuse me.
Memory could go at this time.
Just in case you're wondering, Casper Wells has thrown an inning in his career. John McDonald, who is on the bench, he's the only position player left for the Phillies, according to Carl Graver and our friend Randy Seidman. John McDonald has never pitched in a major league game. 996 career games.
And he hopes to continue that.
3-1 pitch. Popped up, and Ashe hustling over, and it's out of play. 3-2. In the bottom of the 17th inning, the Phillies will have Young, Bernardina, and Rollins. Wheels, they're still open.
Look at that. That's a nice street market, huh?
Yep. Tasty cakes, $2.50. Souvenir popcorn, $7.
Stop.
Now the 3-2 pitch to Gregorius. Little tapper foul.
I'm really hoping Rosenberg has a quick inning here, too. Carlos Ruiz, give him a big plus. And he's trying to get that runner over, the pitcher Tyler Cloyd, and just hit it too hard.
To right center field. Bernardina on the run. He's going to have to cut that one off. He does. Oh, Gregorius holds up at first.
What happened to him?
I don't know.
Did he hurt himself?
I don't think so. Did you think he missed first?
That's what it must have been, because he has to be. I was thinking he's going to get a triple. No, he hurt himself. Look. He pulled up lame. They don't have any players left. Thinking that was a triple when he hit it, and it turns into a single. Right here, there, he hurt his foot, because right there he just throws the brakes on.
I don't know if he even hit the bag though when he dragged it. Watch right there, right?
Yeah. And he does.
Oh yeah, he does. You're right.
And then it hurt like, ow. Look at the Phillies bench. They're looking like, what happened? Because that guy can fly. Speaking of guys who can still run, look at Gibson. That's the same guy who limped around the bases after the homer.
It's also the same guy who walks really slow out to the mound.
Right.
Rich Doobie out to the mound to talk to B.J. Rosenberg and Carlos Ruiz. For Arizona, Wade Miley, Patrick Corbin, and Brandon McCarthy are available. For the Phillies, McDonald, Lee, Kendrick, and Hamels.
This will really have a domino effect for both teams.
Sure.
As you look ahead.
Here's Gerardo Parra. He's 4 for 8 tonight.
You wouldn't think Gregorius could try to steal a bag here after just shutting it down at first like that.
Outside, 2-0. Unofficially, we have played the longest game in Phillies history. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wheels, welcome to the longest game in Phillies history.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
It's now 3-0 to Gerardo Parra.
Time-wise, but not innings-wise.
Now, they could be working around Parra because Cahill's on deck.
Right.
And that's what they're doing.
Yeah, they were making sure that Parra didn't hurt him here. That's why Rich Doobie came out to the mound.
And folks were groaning just a little bit, but that was designed.
Sure.
Trevor Cahill last year had 8 hits and 67 at-bats. This year, he has 36 at-bats and he has 3 hits. Those are his career numbers.
Oh, that was some rip.
That was a pretty good hack.
Stay away from this guy.
No balls and 1 strike.
He's a big dude, too. That.
Yeah, it's the pitch that they want.
Well, they want to stay away from it. It looked like a breaking ball there of some kind.
Oh, 0-2 to Cahill.
Well, and away from him, and he can't reach it. Well, they're not getting an easy inning here for Rosenberg either. That's the thing. He's throwing a lot of pitches.
But you figure he was only going to go 1.
Right. Unless he just breezed through it, and maybe they could get another one out of him, but not going to happen.
Got him. Foul tip, a high fastball, 94. Side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left. 15 walks issued tonight. Doesn't matter, though. We go to the bottom of the 17th, tied at 7.
Seems a lot of people are not happy with their cars. Like Juan 2345 here. Well, good news, Mr. 2345. It's the Honda Summer Clearance Event, which means great deals from America's best value and most trusted brand. But the sale ends soon, so get here fast. Chop, chop. Put down the internet. Juan, I'm talking to you, man. Then your tweets can look more like these.
Get a great deal on a new car you'll love at the Honda Summer Clearance Event. But hurry in, it's ending soon.
When was the last time you felt free? It's time to uncover that feeling again with the compassion of a cross, accepted by over 90% of doctors and specialists, and the power of a card that opens doors in all 50 states, giving you the freedom to love, to dream, to dance like no one is watching. Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless.
copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced nor retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Phillies.
Home half of the 17th inning. 14 runs combined, 29 hits combined. It'll be Michael Young to start things off for the Phils. Young did not start this ball game, but he's getting a game's worth of at-bats tonight. It'll be Young, Roger Bernardina, and Jimmy Rollins. Phillies are trying to take the momentum from this ball game into the finale of the series. 135 later on today. Cliff Lee is starting to throw in the bullpen for the Phillies. Never mind, he is not starting to throw in the bullpen. Casper Wells is starting to throw in the bullpen. We mentioned he had pitched 1 inning of relief in a 1910 game that was won by the Indians over his White Sox. No balls, 1 strike to Michael Young. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, we saw his arm in right field tonight.
He's got a good arm.
That was 2 or 3 days ago, right?
I'm not sure if he pitched when he was at Towson University, but we are going to check on that.
Well, you see, they don't want to get Lee up. And Rosenberg can only go the 1 inning.
One ball, 2 strikes.
This is a time when the guys have been in this game all night. Start to get a little bit punchy.
Casper Wells did pitch at Towson, which I didn't realize. Well, in his career, he threw 122 innings, had 101 strikeouts. He was 8-5. One-two pitch in the dirt, 2-2. Once a pitcher wheels,
yeah,
not always a pitcher, but
well, he has an idea. He brought Willie into that game that night. Valdez, he hadn't been a pitcher. He's clapping along with a chance.
Swing and a miss. So Michael Young is struck out. And Roger Bernardina is coming up. Phillies last time they struck out 19 times in a game. They're at 19. It was when they struck out 20 in June of 09 in a 13-inning game against the Red Sox.
By the way, it was Jason Michaels that hit that 3-run home run. We're both getting a lot of help on that. I knew it was a right-handed hitter, and it was a 3-run homer, too, I think.
You were piecing it together, Wheels. If you didn't get any help, you would have had it by the 22nd inning.
I don't know. Things are getting a little blurry right now. Hope everybody packed ahead of time for the road trip.
The 1-1 pitch to Bernardina. Outside, 2-1.
Swinging so hard right now. They're all trying to end it. You know, it's understandable what happens in these kind of games.
Kirk Gibson's got the pen out.
What he's going to write down.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Bernardina. Ground ball to second. Pennington to his right. 2 outs. Jimmy Rollins lined out to right field his last time up. We mentioned that this is the longest game in Diamondbacks history, longest game in Phillies history. The 14 walks that the Diamondbacks have drawn tonight, that's the longest in their franchise. So we're checking some things off. 646 pitches as Rollins digs in the pitch. Out toward right field. Parra is there. He comes under it and he makes the catch. Side is retired in order. So Cahill, a starter, works 3 scoreless innings. This after Cloyd, a starter, works 5 scoreless innings. End of 17. We're tied at 7.
It's just as I feared. Shredder paralysis.
Look, Chief.
We've been here before.
And you, madam, are a repeat offender.
This time it's a cheap store brand shredder.
They said it was just as good as a swing line.
Just as good.
It's never, never, never.
Just as good.
With a swing line stack and shred shredder from W.B. Mason.
You can shred 100 pages at a time.
Hands free.
Before you go, will you help me straighten them up?
Who but W.B. Mason?
As a quarterback, I know how it feels to be blindsided. But with the available safety systems in this Buick Verano, like side blind zone alert, now that's pass protection. And rear cross traffic alert. Hello. I feel like the whole team's protected me in here. If you don't know the innovative Verano, then you don't know Buick.
Current non-GM lessees lease this 2013 Buick Verano with 2 years of scheduled maintenance for around $199 per month. Consider it a new lease on luxury.
Maybe I should get that.
Maybe you shouldn't.
Brian Urlacher?
I'm back to defend you from DirecTV's latest offer. With DirecTV, your bill more than doubles after a year.
Not cool.
And they lock you into a 2-year contract that could cost you over $3,000.
That's a lot of cheese.
That's why the smart play is Xfinity. They've got everything a football fan could want. Go long. Don't get sacked by DirecTV. Oops. Xfinity is your home for the most live sports. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Well, some changes for the Phillies, and there's somewhat drastic changes. Not that John McDonald can't play the outfield. That's not the drastic change we're talking about. But he's finally into the game, so he goes in to play left field. Darren Ruff plays his 3rd position of the night. He moves to right field. He started at first base, went to left field. Now he's in right field. And Casper Wells is making his 2nd major league appearance as a pitcher. His last one came this year on the 28th of June against the Cleveland Indians. He threw 16 pitches and threw a scoreless inning in a 19-10 Indians win. He was pitching for the White Sox at the time. Now, whether it's worth anything or not, he does have an idea of what to do on the mound, since he did pitch in college at Towson University. He was 8-5 with an earned run average over 5 for Towson. So he's going to work from the stretch. And he's going to face the bottom of the order for the Diamondbacks. But at this point, the bottom of the order isn't really the bottom of the order. It's all over the place is what it is. It'll be Cliff Pennington that will lead things off. Then Tuffy Goswitch, and then Tony Campana. Casper just gave the signal for a changeup for Carlos Ruiz. He'll have one more warm-up pitch before he gets ready. So the right-hander out of Schenectady, New York. He didn't realize that Ruiz was going to throw through. He was waiting for the ball to come back, and it sailed over his head.
Well, he's had a tough night at the dish tonight. Now he's being called on to pitch.
We mentioned that Cliff Lee did go out to the bullpen earlier. Started to stretch. Maybe they're going to give this an inning and then decide what they're going to do. There's Cliff taking over, looking at some scouting reports.
It's lonely out there right now. Looks like he's just getting ready for a start.
Pennington 0 for 3. But he's been up a ton of times. First pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. 87, not too shabby.
Fans are really going to get into this now. Now you get into the silly stage.
Particularly if he has success. As you remember with Wilson Valdez, he had success. No balls, 1 strike. 0-2. That was a changeup at 83. So he's throwing some pitches. It's just not like, I mean, Valdez was just throwing fastballs when he was out there.
Well, that's all he had.
But his moved.
He threw one little spinning breaking ball and he hit Scott Roll.
Oh, that's right.
I remember Rose saying he saw it coming. He said, well, I'm going to just let that hit me. It's not going to hurt.
Now the 0-2 pitch coming. Just off the outside corner at 91 miles an hour.
Bring him up. Well, he has a good arm. You saw that earlier tonight. It's one thing about him. You always heard he's had a strong arm in the outfield.
He's shaking signs off.
He's into it. See what happens.
Oh, come on.
Bring him up. Let's go. There's a fan down here really upset about that.
Fans are getting on the umpires. It happens.
It happens up here in this level.
Wells is ready. The 2-2. Ground ball toward first. That's a foul ball. Steve Sachs. Oh, he'll hear it.
He's heard that in this town before. At this rate, the Eagles will be back from Jacksonville before this is over.
Down and away, 3-2.
Boy, Carlos Ruiz, what a job he's done here tonight. 18 innings. Caught a doubleheader. Guys used to do that.
Line drive, 1 hopper. Utley's got it. And 1 away. That was a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Here are the non-pitchers who have pitched for the Phillies. Those are the last 10. Glenn Wilson, great arm. Tomas Perez, he was just smoke and mirrors out there. Wilson Valdez, they threw pretty good. And now Casper Wells.
So all of them except Al Lakeman.
You saw Bob Bowman pitch?
Oh, yeah. Well, I remember when he did.
Okay.
You know, I'm not saying I saw it in person, but I remember when when Granny Hamner pitched a couple. He had a knuckleball.
Dropped a breaking ball in there.
Yeah. Breaking ball and changeup tonight.
Tuffy Goswitch is 0 for 2. This is his 4th plate appearance. He didn't start the game. 0-1 the count. 91. That's a little cheese right there. Look at Rich Doobie's shard.
It's one of the few times you know Doobs has teeth. He doesn't smile a whole lot during the games.
The 0-2. Out of play, off to the right. I mentioned that Casper Wells went to Towson University out of Schenectady, New York. Towson, of course, down in the Bethesda, Maryland area. And they're actually doing away with baseball after they were able to get to win the CAA championship this past year. It's kind of a shame. A liner toward left, John McDonald. Why not get him involved?
Sure.
Makes the catch, 2 outs.
Shades of Roy Oswalt when he was out there.
John McDonald has played just about everywhere on the diamond. Just about everywhere. Now, the latest game that ended was, of course, that one at the Vet, where Mitch Williams won it. That's not the longest game, though.
No. remember a 20-inning game that same week with the Dodgers. It was in Kevin Stocker's major league debut. But they had Phillies had longer games than that.
Corners up a little bit with Campana at the plate. He's 1 for 5. And it's no balls and 1 strike. It's nice to see some smiles.
Well, no matter what happens here, they've really, both these teams deserve a lot of credit because they really stayed after it.
Should we marvel that he's throwing 91 miles an hour in all seriousness?
Well,
I mean, the mechanics of pitching.
He pitched, but you made a great point when you looked up. He knows how to pitch. It's not like he's just a player who has a great arm that just goes out there and he's throwing.
Here's the 1-1 pitch.
The fan may be yelling again.
They're squeezing him. That one was outside. It's 3-1.
What kind of move he has the first?
Find out.
Right. They have to if Campana gets on.
And he walks him, so a 2-out walk. And now Adam Eaton. Well, we've got 10 innings since the last time either team has pushed a run across the plate. There's a strike, 0-1.
Eaton took one for him. He keeps taking pitches for Campana all night to run. And he seems like he's in the hole all the time.
.664 pitches. See, Wheels, it's just a step off.
Be careful with that. I wonder if he had a move. No, he knows how to move over there. That was a good idea. Just let him know, I know you're there. Boy, he's got a big lead. He's going to go. He stopped. Started to go and he stopped. That's great the way the fans are on their feet right now supporting. That's tremendous.
Casper Wells is set.
That's a good way to do it.
There he goes and stops, and the 0-2 is fouled away.
You can't figure him out.
Weird.
He just can't figure out what he's going to do. They keep thinking, well, sooner or later maybe he's going to throw over here, but he just keeps stepping off. You break and he steps off, then he's just a fifth infielder, gets you in a rundown.
Again, the 0-2 pitch. There he goes. That one's hit out toward left center field. It'll drop for a base hit. You better get to it. Campana on his way around third, heading for home. Rollins can't get the throw out, and the Diamondbacks take the lead. It's 8-7 here in the top of the 18th inning.
Well, they picked the right one to run on. You knew that was going to be trouble. The way they got the fastest guy out there.
So an RBI double for Adam Eaton. It's the first run in 10 innings.
He takes off, and Eaton smokes that ball. Now they're playing him the pull, so he has a long way to go to Bernardina. He does a great job. Look how quickly he gets into Rollins. He knows he's flying around third, so he's trying to hurry and never gets a grip. There he goes. And they tried to fake him out a little bit right there, and he didn't go for it. And he can really run. They had the guy on they wanted there.
So they're going to intentionally walk Goldschmidt. And that'll put 2 on for Martin Prado. There's ball 4. So Goldschmidt is aboard. Runners on first and second. And that'll bring Martin Prado to the plate. Boy, he really did move, didn't he?
Oh. Especially for this hour of the morning. But the one guy didn't want to walk in that situation, and have him on base was that guy, because he's a jet.
Looked like he had him struck out too.
Yeah, he threw him some really close pitches before he walked him. And he had 2 outs and nobody on base in this inning too. That's kind of the way this game started. 7:05 too. They had 2 outs, nobody on base.
Line drive toward right field. Ruff will take it on a hop, rounding third, heading for home is Eaton. The throw is not in time, and it's 9-7 Diamondbacks. So an RBI single for Prado. And D.D. Gregorius is coming up.
He gets to it quickly, does Darren Ruff, but his throw is high, and he really doesn't give Ruiz any shot here. Look, he throws a real high one-hopper.
Ruiz made a nice play, too.
He makes a great play because it's a short hop. If he'd have, he almost got him, too. If he throws a long hop to him there, Carlos has a chance to catch it, get set, and make the tag. With the short hop, he had no shot.
All right, so now Gregorius, 2 runs are in here in the top of the 18th inning. That pitch is outside. It's 1-0. And the other part of it, too, is this is 27 pitches for Wells.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's getting to the point now where you're just in desperation, and it hasn't worked out here in this 18th inning.
Phillies will have Utley, McDonald, and Ruiz due up.
Once you have to go to a position player, you know, you're really in trouble, obviously. And 2 outs and nobody on base, and now it's falling apart. They just didn't want to go that route to bring him in.
There's ball 4, so the bases are now loaded. And now Gerardo Parra is coming up. Here comes Ryan Sandberg.
Well, Ryan
just asked him, do you have anything?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. You know, it's just such a tough thing to ask a player to do, what he's doing for him right now. But he really doesn't have any options.
No.
Just slap him on the back later and say thanks.
Yep.
You know, they had tons of chances to win this game a long time ago, and that
both
didn't
teams
happen.
did.
Exactly.
And they still have another chance, too. They've got to get Parra out here, though.
Right.
As the bases are loaded, it's a 9-7 game.
They got real close to Cahill being up, but not yet. Next guy. But that would mean more runs.
No balls, 2 strikes. Don't forget, coming up once this game comes to a close, Marshall Harris and Ben Davis have each taken a nap, so they'll be ready to go for the post-game show.
Marshall's hamstring will be healed at this point. He's been waiting so long.
No balls and 2 strikes to par. Wells is ready. And it's 1-2.
Tough 35 pitches for an outfielder.
Almost out of gas.
Oh, yeah. That's why managers just hate to do this, to have to use a position player in a spot like this.
Two balls and 2 strikes. Out of play. And it remains 2-2. Whatever happens, you have to applaud him. I'm sure he stepped up and said, I can do this.
Right.
And he came out throwing strikes. I mean, his velocity was good.
He just walked the wrong guy.
Yep. And now the 2-2 pitch again. Another foul ball. Again, the Phillies in the bottom of the 18th inning. We'll have Utley, McDonald, and Ruiz. They still have a chance, trying to keep this string of walk-off victories alive.
How close they've come to so many times tonight to doing that, too.
Think about when Floyd led off with a double. That was in his 16th. 2-2 the count. Outside, 3-2.
Cahill knows he has a 2-run lead. He's a pitch away from having a 3 or more run lead.
Runners are going on the 3-2 pitch. Now they'll go back. Ground ball right side. That'll get into right field, a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes the second run as Prado scores. And it's now 11-7 in favor of the Diamondbacks. And Cahill will be the batter for Arizona. And Ryan Sandberg's coming out. That's going to be it. It's going to be McDonald, I think, that's going to come in to pitch.
To the pitcher.
So Casper Wells is going to have to stay in the game and go play left field. No, he's going to go play right field. They're going to move Darren Ruff over to left. Well, the fans are giving him a round of applause, and rightfully so.
Yeah, he gave it a shot.
Yep.
Had 2 outs.
Casper Wells is one of the the nicest guys you're ever going to meet. And a very competitive guy, too. Although they'll pat him on the back, you can see it in his face that he's wishing he was able to get through it.
Well, he knows how close he came to getting through it, too.
There were some close pitches, too. So we'll take a break and be back. The Phillies down by 4. It's 11-7. John McDonald makes his debut as a pitcher.
Hi, I'm Jan. Welcome to Toyota's once-a-year clearance event.
Can I still get a great deal?
Yes, there's lots to choose from, but you'd better hurry. They're going fast. What is that?
This is Ted. He's going to help pick the color.
Blue, we have that. Can you take him? We have that too.
Lease a new 2013 Corolla LE for just $149 a month. Or get 0% APR financing or $500 cash back on a new 2013 Corolla.
Did you find him?
Still looking.
Toyota, let's go places. Staying cool all night requires refreshment. And refreshment means Coors Light. Always brewed down to 34 degrees. With two-stage cold activation and mountains that turn.
Well, back here at Citizens Bank Park, John McDonald is ready to go. Trevor Cahill is the batter, and he takes a strike. It's 0-1. John McDonald has played a lot of positions during his major league career. He's a defensive whiz as an infielder. He's never pitched. Well, here's his first chance. And Cahill lines one to left field. That's going to be in for a base hit. So a run will score. Parra goes to second. So Cahill gets an RBI single. It's now 12-7 in favor of the Diamondbacks. And they have batted around, and here comes Pennington. He grounded out to start the inning. That run charged to the line of Casper Wells. That ball's hit back toward the middle. That's a base hit. They're going to hold Parra at third.
That's classy by Matt Williams right there. You know, it's just one of those. Why rub it in? See, he's looking at him. Cost the guy an RBI and all that, but that's a big league play right there by Matt Williams.
Pennington has walked 5 times tonight. That's a franchise record. Campana's walked 5 times tonight. That's a franchise record.
Yeah, they're going to be this is a Jason Stark game if there ever was one. When he finally sits down and goes through all that.
I would think this is, looking at that list, this is the first time that the Phillies have had 2 position players pitch in a game, right?
Oh yeah, this is crazy.
Switch takes a strike.
It's getting to the point where it's silly, and it's a shame now, and you just hope that somehow they can get another out. And I guarantee you the D-backs do too, but they have to keep swinging away here. But what Matt Williams did right there just shows you how classy he is.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Guy that gets it.
Duffy fouls it off to the right again.
But you can't expect their players not to go up there to home plate and swing away and try to do what they can do.
Yeah. 6 pitches, 6 strikes for John McDonald. In the dirt.
Carlos Ruiz back there catching 2 position players in this inning.
Two pitch from McDonald. Inside, 2-2. Wow. Nearing the 7-hour mark. The 2-2 pitch. And a foul tip hung on to by Ruiz, and the side is finally retired. But 11 men come to the plate in this 18th inning. 2 different position players used by the Phillies, and the Diamondbacks have taken the lead. They lead it by 5 as we go to the bottom of the 18th.
Ready for a little fun? You could scratch your way to instant winning. Play the Pennsylvania Lottery's new instant game, Gold Rush, with 15 top prizes of $300,000. It's kind of fun to make a splash. Keep on scratching.
Summers were changed forever with the creation of the bikini. Creative thinking is the Mazda way. So with the Mazda new model celebration, you'll find our newest models, not closeouts. With our latest technology, innovations, and bold designs. See the all-new revolutionary Mazda 3 in dealerships this month. During the Mazda new model celebration, get the 2014 CX-5 Sport with a 0-to-drive lease.
After the final out, stay tuned for analysis from the pros and hear from the team what went down. Watch Phillies Postgame Live presented by Cure Auto Insurance. After every game on Comcast Sportsnet, we live Phillies. Every week, get an up-close look at your Philadelphia Phillies on and off the field with player conversations and game highlights. Get your all-access pass to Phillies Clubhouse presented by Mercedes-Benz. Monday night at 11 on Comcast Sportsnet.
We're zeroing in on a 7-hour ball game as we go to the bottom of the 18th inning. We're also zeroing in on the 700th pitch thrown in tonight's ball game, a game in which there have been 2 position players that have pitched for the Phillies, and there have been 34 hits, 19 runs, a boatload of walks. And Trevor Cahill, one of the starting pitchers for the Diamondbacks, is trying to finish off his 4th inning of relief. Casper Wells, he went 2/3 for the Phils and then went back to the outfield. Then John McDonald, first ever opportunity he's had a chance to pitch, got the last out. Chase Utley will lead it off here in the bottom of the 18th inning. It'll be Utley, McDonald, and Ruiz. Utley rips the first pitch, foul.
Phillies with 12 hits in 17 innings. That's not a lot. Diamondbacks now with 22.
Not only that, with a lot of walks too.
Yeah, this one's a little crazy.
In the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. $18 walks issued, so 40 base runners.
A bunch of them were intentional for both sides. Trying with all the strategy you had to try to do. With teams using, having pitchers having to hit.
Well, officially, this is the first game to go at least 7 hours since June 3rd, 1989. Dodgers and the Astros, a National League game, went 7 hours and 14 minutes.
22 innings for that one. Talked about that game at 4:41 that ended. Well, that's not the longest game in Phillies history because that was the second game of a doubleheader. That game only went 3 hours and something, I think.
It just might have been the longest day in Phillies.
It was the longest day and night, yeah. Because all the rain delays.
Utley behind 1-2. Here's the pitch.
Oh, wow. That's like a T-bone out there. Look at that. That looked good.
Looks great. Bring it on up.
2 o'clock pizza. That's like
College.
Bar just closed.
Oh, man, Utley was nearly hit by that pitch, and McClellan says he went around. That's not. You say that's not going to sit well, but he knew it.
Yeah, he knew he swung it. That was a nasty breaking ball there from Cahill. This ball has so much movement, trying to hold up, and he went. I'll tell you, it's an amazing sight down there right now, seeing them all up on the railing still.
Yep, it's great.
Everybody's out there.
No pitch. I'm not sure why there was no pitch, but there was no pitch according to Tim McClellan. So no balls, no strikes.
Yep, you see the home plate umpire Clint Fagan putting up no count. Terrific job by Cahill tonight. Their bullpen has done an amazing job, just the way the Phillies bullpen did. Really can't count what happened in the 18th inning as anything on the bullpen. Even though I guess those stats will go against your bullpen.
John McDonald, 5 hits and 49 at bats this year. Ground ball foul.
Worth waiting around all this time. I got a ball.
And the 2-1 pitch. And hard again. That area is getting a boatload of balls. Nice play by McKenzie. Still got a beat on it.
Survival of the fittest right now.
Last time baseball had 2 non-pitchers in a game. Last time the Phillies had 2 non-pitchers in a game was back in 1945. Ground ball to right side. 2 outs. Well, now Carlos Ruiz. A lot of guys contributed to what was an outstanding effort of attrition tonight from the Phillies team.
And they were ready to hop over the fence so many times.
So many times.
There's Casper Wells, who will wind up being the losing pitcher in this game.
When Tyler Cloyd led off the 16th with that double, that's, I think a lot of people thought, all right, that's it.
Yeah. And then think of the line drives they hit right after that.
Sure.
Never forget this night and morning.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Cahill keeps wanting an appeal to first, and they're not going to do it. Guys down there saying, you got enough runs, Cahill.
Outside, 2-1.
There's so many stories in this game, and that's one I'm right there with. Carlos Ruiz catches all 18 innings.
And a liner to left field. That's going to be in for a base hit. So Carlos keeps it alive. It leaks to the wall. He hesitated for a moment, but he'll go to second. And now Darren Ruff.
Cahill just trying to get this over. He's throwing a lot of sinkers right now. That was a high sinker. And Carlos nails it to left field for a double.
Darren Ruff 2 for 8 tonight. His night began with his average of 275. It's a 274. And he lines that one to left field, and that will do it. A game that took 7 hours and 6 minutes to complete. And the Arizona Diamondbacks have defeated the Phillies 12-7. Listen to the round of applause by the fans who stayed, who should give themselves a round of applause, as the Diamondbacks win it by 5 in 18 innings. Adam Eaton, 4 for 10, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. He turned out to have the game-winning hit tonight for the Arizona Diamondbacks in a game that featured 44 different players. And the D-backs wound up winning it 12-7. That's the final score. Diamondbacks have evened up this series. It just took a little longer than anybody anticipated.
It's the end of the model year, and Nissan is giving you a direct line to the people, places, and music you love. An easier way in, and more ways to see. And now, only Nissan can give you the bottom line on all of it. Lease Altima, just $199 per month. Or Rogue, only $179 per month. Your choice has never been easier. Shop at your local Nissan store or choose Nissan.com today.
When was the last time you felt free? It's time to uncover that feeling again with the compassion of a cross, accepted by over 90% of doctors and specialists, and the power of a card that opens doors in all 50 states, giving you the freedom to love, to dream, to dance like no one is watching. Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless.
You have a limited time to save big at your Quality Plus Ford Store's Labor Day sales event. Right now, put no money down, pay no interest for 5 years, make no payments for 3 months, plus get up to $3,000 Labor Day bonus cash. Everything is on sale, including Focus, Fusion, Edge, Escape, and F-150. No money down, no interest for 5 years, no payments for 3 months, plus get up to $3,000 bonus cash. Hurry, this offer ends September 3rd. It's your Quality Plus Ford Store's Labor Day sales event.
Phillies baseball has been brought to you by Coca-Cola, the official soft drink of the Phillies. By Toyota. Toyota's nationwide clearance event is going on now. Toyota, let's go places. By Xfinity, the official HD triple play provider of your Phillies. By Citizens Bank, where good banking is good citizenship. Isn't it time you experience good banking? And by Independence Blue Cross, the most preferred health plan in the region. Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Final score tonight in 18 innings. The Diamondbacks defeated the Phils 12-7. Time of the game, 7 hours and 6 minutes. Trevor Cahill was scheduled to start on Monday for the Diamondbacks. Well, he came on in relief on Saturday, took the game into Sunday, and he picked up the win. He's 5 and 10. Casper Wells, he and John McDonald combined to pitch the 18th inning. Got the first 2 outs, but then was unable to finish it off, and the Diamondbacks scored the 5 runs. He suffered the loss. He is now 0-1 in his major league career. Our next telecast is coming up in just a little while. It'll be at 1:30 on PHL 17. Phillies Around the Bases is at 12:30, and Behind the Pinstripes is at 1 o'clock. The producer of Phillies Baseball is Jeff Halleckman. John DeSangro is the associate producer, and our director is Ben J.R. Aquila. Now for Chris Wheeler, Gary Matthews, Greg Murphy, and our entire crew truly did an amazing job tonight for 7 hours and 6 minutes and all the preparation that came in even before that. I'm Tom McCarthy. Have a great morning, everybody. We'll see you later on today. Stay tuned for Phillies Postgame Live. Stay awake, Marshall.
Well, there were many opportunities for both teams in this one, and we waited, and we waited some more, but there was finally a victor. In the 18th inning, the Diamondbacks, off some position players on the hill, finally getting the job done, putting up 5 runs, and it's a 12-7 final in 18 innings, the first game to go more than 7 hours since 1989. Ben Davis, Marshall Harris will talk all about it in just a moment. But first, we're going right back over to Citizens Bank Park. Ryan Sandberg at the podium.
Start tomorrow. And think the biggest thing in the game was we battled back from 7-1 deficit, which was another impressive late inning burst.
Was that, as a manager, when you have to go out there and take out a position player for another position player, what is that like?
At that point, it was like, we just need an out. I mean, it's a shame. It's a shame it got to that, but heck of a ball game, really, and had some chances. It was a stalemate there for about 8 innings of all zeros. But yeah, it's not the best thing.
What do you tell a guy like Casper? He had a tough night in the plate, and now he gets the loss. I mean, do you kind of throw an arm around him and say?
Well, at that point, I walked when everybody came in after we played defense there and whatever an inning it was, and we needed pitch in the next inning. I asked a couple of guys if they'd ever pitched, and Johnny Mack and Casper. Casper said he pitched this year, so he was raring to go. I actually came out with some good stuff getting the first 2 hitters, and it looked like he was going to give us another chance, putting a 0 up there.
Was Dominic's injury, do you know the extent of that?
He has a sore Achilles tendon. I haven't talked to him after the game, but I imagine it's a day-to-day thing. Felt it a little bit a couple days ago, and it was barking on him tonight.
Did you have in mind how they could start tomorrow when you went to Cloyd? I mean, was that something that you knew was definitely going to happen as soon as you sent him into the game?
Yes. We checked that out and saw what our options was, and when Cloyd was available, and he went out and did a heck of a job, and actually threw. I mean, I don't know how many innings he threw. 91 pitches. Yeah, he gave us several chances, but yeah, we got the okay to go with Doc tomorrow.
How did that all come down? Did you have to call him? Do you have to? Is he up in Reading?
Yeah, we had to make a phone call.
To him?
To Ruben, and then there was some communication, I would imagine.
So was Ruben in Reading tonight, or?
Yes, he's on the road. Yeah.
Was Roy already in Reading?
He was already in Reading. He's coming back. Yeah, he's coming back tomorrow.
Well, he hasn't looked great in his rehab hours. What are you looking for him, knowing that he hasn't really been sharp yet?
I think to give us what he has, and I believe he was our best option for tomorrow. So just give it what he has, and I believe we might be getting one other pitcher to help us out.
You say make 2 roster moves?
Possibly, yes.
Who is available tomorrow in your bullpen?
Who's available tomorrow in the bullpen? Well, I'll have to regroup there, but I'm pretty sure we're getting a bullpen guy with some length, and I haven't had time to check on it yet.
Martin there, I guess you had the pitcher coming up, and what made you feel like you just had to go get him?
Just to get through the inning with Martin. It just seemed like he had a lot of trouble with Goldschmidt. I think it was 11 pitches, and had troubles with him, and from that point on, seemed to lose the feel of the baseball. His last outing, he had 17 first pitch strikes, and tonight he had, I think it was 2 for 8. So after Goldschmidt, he was falling behind hitters, and they had some pitches to hit in the hitters' counts.
I'm having trouble reading my scorecard, but
I do too here.
After Cloyd's leadoff double in I think it was the 16th, do you think about bunt and shoot?
That was an option, but gave him the okay to drive him in, trying to go to right field, like a get him over situation, a hot bat, like one of our better bats, and also having 3 shots to drive him in. He hit a bullet to right, and Ruffy hit a bullet to left. Either one, 10 feet either way, and he scores.
What's your level of frustration? I mean, it was a great comeback, but then there were a lot of opportunities you had and couldn't get it done.
Yeah,
What's your emotions like right now?
Just exhausted, for one thing. I think we're out there for over 7 hours with chances. The comeback and tying it up was another great effort, resilient by the players. Some good quality stuff there, clutch, and then it was not too many opportunities after that. Yeah, it was frustrating.
Okay. All right, so there you have Ryne Sandberg talking about what's going to happen tomorrow, and it will be Roy Halladay back from surgery. He will face Patrick Corbin, as you heard. The Diamondbacks used Cahill, who was scheduled to pitch on Monday, so Cloyd will go back down. They'll get somebody else with a little bit of length that maybe can help out if Roy Halladay can't go too deep into the game. What's your thoughts about Roy Halladay being in Reading and now coming back and pitching this game tomorrow afternoon?
I have no problems with it. The only thing I'm concerned about is the travel. Whether he's going to stay up there tonight or not, or just come back in the morning, that's yet to be determined. But this is, if he's healthy, like everyone says he is, obviously they wouldn't let Doc go back out there if he's not healthy. So if he is healthy and he can go, let him have at it. I see no problems with it. He has made a couple starts. He says he's anxious to go. Obviously, the velocity is not where he wants that to be, but he's got to give him some innings tomorrow, especially after what happened tonight.
All right, 18 innings of baseball. 19 runs scored, 35 hits between the two teams. We had to scour through the box score and find a player of the game. When we looked at it, it really came down to who drove in the run that mattered. And our player of the game, Adam Eaton, he had the big RBI double in the 18th. And you want to talk about somebody with some wheels on him. Check out what happens from first to home here on a ball that doesn't even get to the wall.
I can honestly say that I never in my life even dreamed of running that fast. He was picking them up and putting them down. It's just I really felt bad. We were talking about it in the green room back there. I just really felt bad for Casper Wells. That was, I'm sure, a night he'd like to forget.
So 18 innings of baseball played, and the Diamondbacks come up with 5 runs in the 18th for a 12-7 win. A lot of things just strange about this game. Let's talk about the time of the game. 7 hours, 6 minutes long. There were 20 pitchers used in this game, 9 by the Diamondbacks, 11 by the Phillies, 2 of those being position players, and John McDonald and, of course, Casper Wells. Pitches thrown, 712. At bats, 137. Even though they scored 19 runs combined, they could have scored a lot more. With runners in scoring position, these two teams have combined 9 for 39. They struck out 32 times, and they walked a combined 28 times. 18 of those walks coming by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Just an exhausting game all the way around. Think about the fans that stuck around for all 7 hours of action.
I tip my cap to them. But we'll be back at 6 to diagram every one of those 712 pitches.
That's not going to happen. I can tell you that right now. What we will do is talk about our Will's eye on the mound and what happened in this one when you talk about the bullpen for the Phillies. And seriously, they came in so many situations where the Diamondbacks seemed like they could bust this wide open. Up 7-1 here, bases loaded, 1 out. And here comes DeFreitas to get the ground into double play there, and then the strikeout to end the 7th inning. And then the 8th, 2 more on, and down goes Gregarious. And then in the 9th, Jonathan Papelbon getting it done as well. It seemed like everybody pitched in this one. As far as pitchers go, you had to be pleased with what you saw in a game where really the starter goes 2/3 of an inning.
But what I really liked about it, or spotting that fastball and getting the double play, inducing double plays when you need it. Because again, the Diamondbacks had some very, very good opportunities. We saw the stat, both teams 9 for 39. But I'm talking about the Diamondbacks had multiple opportunities, but they were able to battle. The Phillies pitchers were able to battle, induce that double play, and that's why it really is a pitcher's best friend.
Tyler Cloyd getting the foul out there to Cody Ashe, and as we take a long, lengthy look at the Phillies bullpen in this one, It was Garcia giving up 2 runs, Minor giving up 2 runs. The Phillies still able to fight back on offense and tie this thing up and send it to extra innings. DeFreitas, Jimenez, Papelbon, Diekman, Cloyd, Rosenberg, all going scoreless. And then Casper Wells gets the first 2 outs, just like the pitcher who started the game. Ethan Martin got the first 2 outs and then a walk with 2 outs. And next thing you know, the snowball headed downhill and the Phillies lose this game 12-7. Does this take a little more out of you than a normal game because of the Phillies, the way they fought back to be in this game? They forced extra innings and had their own opportunities in extra innings to win the game and walk off for a 4th straight night. Of course, that had never happened in Phillies history. It still hasn't happened in Phillies history.
It does take a lot out of you. Obviously, it takes a lot out of you physically, but the mental aspect. I remember catching some games. It would be like a 1-0 game or 2-1 game. You would be more spent mentally than you were physically. Obviously, in this case, it's going to be both that way. But physically, you got to get back in the saddle tomorrow, 1 o'clock Wago, get ready to rock and roll. But mentally, there were so many different changes. I'm sure Ryan Sandberg was pulling his hair out thinking, all right, who do I walk? Who's on deck? Who do I have left on the bench? That takes a lot out of you mentally. It drains you.
You heard Ryan Sandberg saying he'd have to double back, kind of check over who's pitched the last couple of days to find out who will be available out of the bullpen. They're hoping Roy Halladay can go deep into the game. We'll see what happens. He was scheduled to start in Reading tomorrow afternoon. Instead, he'll start at Citizens Bank Park against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Taking a quick break here on Phillies Postgame Live, presented by Cure Auto Insurance. Phillies a 12-7 loser at the hands of the Diamondbacks.
Phillies Postgame Live, presented by Cure Auto Insurance. See how much you can save at Cure.com.
Mike, any truth to the rumor that you're going to Big Blue?
Actually, that's not a rumor.
So that's it? You're going to New York?
Nah, I'm talking about the Big Blue Smiley guy.
You mean Cure Auto Insurance, right, Mike?
Drive well, my friends. Drive well.
Hey, that guy took my line. Cure Auto Insurance. Drive well.
They say all good things take time. Now the construction at Chapman Chevy is taking time. But great, not good things are coming.
The great things are here. The construction is complete, except for a few odds and ends. Chapman Chevy's Labor Day sale is here too. And right now you can lease a new 2013 Cruise 1LT for only $139 a month, or buy it for as little as $17,591.
If our emblem is not on your car or truck, you probably did pay too much.
I'm Beth. And I'm Michelle. And we own the Paper Cottage. It's a stationery and gift store. That's cute. What's that? Anything we purchase for the Paper Cottage goes on our ink card.
So you can manage your business expenses and access them online instantly with the game-changing app from Ink.
We didn't get into business to spend time managing receipts. That's why we have Ink.
We like being in business because we like being creative. We like interacting with people.
So you have time to focus on the things you love. Ink from Chase. So you can.
Recently, Forbes.com reviewed luxury cars and liked what they saw in the new Acura ILX. They noted its luxurious interior and were impressed with the way the ILX performed. When all was said and done, they named the ILX one of their hottest new cars for 2013. And that was before they saw this incredible offer.
Visit your Delaware Valley Acura dealer. Luxury, intelligently priced.
The Acura ILX. Luxury, highly recommended.
We're back on Phillies Postgame Live with the Toyota drive of the game. What? The Phillies down 7-1? No problem. Here they come. Darren Ruff leading the way, his 11th of the season. He's had a pretty good month of August.
Short swing. And I tell you, Heath Bell's had a couple rough days, hasn't he? Poor guy. But Ruffer keeps doing it. I mean, 9 homers in a calendar month. That is pretty impressive. And at least tonight there was somebody on base when he did it.
You could tell Heath Bell when he released the ball knew it was not in a good place. And certainly Darren Ruff making him pay. And now he is tied for the lead for home runs in the month of August, and he's in good company when I say tied for the lead, because look at who else is at the top of this list. One Miguel Cabrera. You heard of him?
Never. Is he a rookie?
Yeah, I think he's a former Triple Crown winner, trying to do the same thing this year. We'll see if he can catch Crush Davis over there in the American League. Alfonso Soriano, Donnie Murphy, Justin Upton, Chris Davis, and Jed Gayorko also all with 8 home runs in the month of August. Time now to talk about the other corner outfield. Don Brown not getting the start tonight getting the start, but then pulled from the game. A sore Achilles tendon. The reason Ryan Tedberg saying just a minute ago in his press conference after the game that it's been bothering him for a couple of days. And we kind of noticed this in a ball that was hit to the gap last night. He wasn't able to cut it off from going to the wall. Said, is something wrong with Don Brown? And certainly you see it there in his swinging at the breaking pitches there. It seems to be affecting him, and he's kind of day-to-day right now.
If it's hurting this badly and the first is bad, wouldn't you have known when you're out running your wind sprints before the game, say, you know what, Skipper, I simply can't go. I'd love to tough it out for you, but I cannot go. I don't want this thing to get any worse. God forbid something to explode in there, kind of like what happened to Ryan Howard. But I was at the game for his first at bat, and he was hobbling around out there. It did not look good. I think maybe, yeah, so you know what? I trust you. You're going to be honest with me, Dom. You're in the lineup, but I think that first sign you should have gotten him out of there.
We'll assume he's not playing tomorrow. Who do you think should be in the Phillies outfield tomorrow? We'll start with the guy who had the roughest day of everyone today, taking the loss, Casper Wells. 0 for 7, the Golden Sombrero, 4 strikeouts, and he took the L.
That is just a rough day. It's probably, I would say, probably the roughest day he's ever had on a baseball diamond. My heart goes out to him because I've been in that situation. With the exception of getting the loss as a pitcher, I've been in those shoes many a time. That's why I'm sitting here with you.
Yeah, that's exactly why you're sitting here with me at 2:30 plus in the morning. Thanks for staying up with us for this edition of Phillies Postgame Live. When we come back, we still got to check in on our standout stars. They had many opportunities to make something happen. We will check in on that when we come back. Phil's a loser 12-7 to Arizona.
You wait all year for summer. This summer was definitely worth the wait. Summer's best event from Cadillac. Let summer try and pass you by.
Lease this all-new Cadillac ATS for around $299 per month or purchase for 0% APR for 60 months. Visit your Philadelphia Tri-State Cadillac dealer.
As a teacher and a mom, I love seeing my kids' natural curiosity come alive. Excellent teachers work hard to inspire a love of learning. But now, students spend more and more time on high-stakes standardized testing, leaving less time for real learning. It's so sad to see Governor Christie turning our schools into test-taking factories. That does nothing to prepare our kids for the future. Our children are so much more than a test score, and it's time Governor Christie learned that.
Let's go.
Flat folding seats plus smart slide entry. The engineering of one detail means you won't always need the other. That's professional grade. Introducing the new GMC Acadia. Now current non-GM lessees can lease the 2013 GMC Acadia SLE for around $299 per month.
Get total high-definition coverage of your teams on Sports Night.
Chevy Malibu Sports Night. After Postgame Live, only on Comcast Sportsnet. We live Philly sports.
Have fun. You too.
Experience the Audi A4 at your local dealer today.
We're back on Phillies Postgame Live with a look inside the box score, and what a box score it is. Take a look at some of the things that happened in this game. Roger Bernardina, remember way back when he hit a home run and we said, oh, here he comes, Roger Bernardina, getting his first home run as a Philly, 2 for 8 on the night. Jimmy Rollins, 3 for 7. Casper Wells, I should say, 0 for 7, 4 strikeouts, the walk, the loss. Cody Ashley with a couple of hits. If you were in the line tonight, you got something done, unless you were Don Brown, because you only got 1 at bat, the strikeout. And Ethan Martin never got a chance to bat because, well, he lasted 2/3 of an inning, throwing 44 pitches, only half of those pitches for strikes. And you want to go back to after his first 2 batters faced, he had 2 outs. He had a 2-strike count on Paul Goldschmidt, and then what happened?
It was an 0-2 count, and that's the thing that happens. You know, you're going up probably the #1 MVP or top 5 MVP candidate in the National League. You know, was able to jump out ahead of him, but he ends up walking him. He throws a perfect, and I mean perfect, 0-2 pitch to him, and it doesn't get called a strike. So you're thinking as a rookie, how much more perfect do I have to throw the ball? You start aiming it, you fall behind guys. Next thing you know, you're giving up a 2-run homer after you should have been out of that inning. It's tough for a younger pitcher when you don't get that call because then you're trying to be too fine.
We talk about Ethan Martin going deep into games. He just went deep into counts in this one. 28 pitches to get through the first 4 hitters, and then he walks another guy. Next thing you know, he's well on his way to trouble as the Phillies. They give up 3 runs, but it just seemed like a whole lot more because of the fact that he threw 44 pitches and he didn't make it out of the first inning. Let's take a look now at our standout stars presented by Drexel's LeBeau College of Business. I can't remember who I took as my standout star. That's how long it's been, but apparently I took J-Roll.
Yeah, Jimmy had 9 at-bats tonight. 9!
2 walks, that's
you know, Cody had a couple good at-bats tonight. He was able to eke out 2 hits, but he's starting to come along, and Jimmy looks great at the plate right now. He looks really good.
How tired will these guys be tomorrow?
They're tired. They're tired. It's going to be hard to unwind after that one, but I think they'll do okay. Come back and get them tomorrow.
All right, 2:38 in the morning. We're going to sign off for this edition of Phillies Postgame Live, presented by Cure Auto Insurance. For Ben Davis, Marshall Harris saying so long. Don't go anywhere. My man